Oh shoot, crap. All right guys, what's going on? Welcome to our channel. So today we're back with the 2017 Audi A7. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be replacing the supercharger clutch. So I noticed that when I shift from first to second gear, it does a little bit of grinding and a little whistle, along with like when it's just idling. So got the part. Here's the part itself. Got this from the dealer. Paid $400 for the supercharger clutch. So here it is. It's the pulley that goes to the serpentine belt, and then this part that goes into the supercharger. And then let me open the hood and show you where it's located. That guy is right there, so let me take off this cover. I'll show you. So this guy right here, here's the serpentine belt. This will go right here, like that. The sensor connection is right there, so it's gonna sit just like this. So I was just talking to the guy that's been helping us with this project. He said it's best to take off the intake manifold along with all these pipes. Because some people on YouTube, what they do, they take off the whole front now and they just kind of slide it to give you like 3-4 inches of working space. But we're gonna go with that route, and yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. But let me start the car. Let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. You'll kind of hear the sound. Yeah, so that was the sound. It's got like that squeak. So whenever you kind of punch that accelerator right away, the supercharger engages, and I guess that clutch starts spinning, and then it starts grinding. So I don't know what exactly is wrong with inside. Probably, I don't know, maybe some of the components inside. Maybe it's like grinded off or something. But yeah, it's just not engaging, or maybe the actual pulley inside is not spinning properly. So we'll take a look when we replace it. This engine is the same on a Audi A6, Audi A7, Q7, Q5, and then also the Audi S4 and S5. So this will be a similar project for all the other cars. I think I finally got that rattling sound. I used to have this rattling sound on my dash that was just driving me nuts. And 2 days ago I took the whole thing apart, and I think I got it fixed. Yeah. So I think it's good, but...
What did you fix?
I removed, there was like a bunch of like, I don't know, the way it was engineered, there was like a bunch of like tabs that were loose, so I just taped them up better. So that's better, yeah.
Nice,
let me show you something.
What? What's up? Let me show you something. What's up?
Just don't do anything. Shit. What I got. Yeah, 12 bucks. Target. Don't tell anybody.
Okay.
Alright guys, so one thing I forgot to mention, that this car only has 18,000 miles, and it's already, making all these sounds. I read some reviews. Some people are actually experiencing this at 8, 9, 10,000 on their Q7s, Q5s. So I guess this is something that needs to be done. And unfortunately there's no recall on it. But I mean, the car still performs good, it still drives good. The only thing is, yeah, you hear that sound when you hard accelerate from first to second, from second to third, and then when you kind of lightly tap, you hear that screeching. guys, so the supercharger is out. The whole thing is out. At first I was thinking that we're just gonna remove the clutch, but the wonderful mechanic said we gotta remove the whole thing. It's gonna be a lot easier, because if we go with that route, we have to take the whole front out. So that was not worth it. But yeah, a bunch of connections here, all the pipes. I guess this is pretty complicated. There's a tensioner that holds the serpentine belt, a 16mm. It's kind of hard to reach, so right now it's kind of on a zip ties to hold it so it doesn't slip out. And then yeah, we're gonna remove this guy right here and then replace this and pop it back in. Hopefully it's good to go. I'm right here spinning this pulley to the supercharger, and when I spin it really like very instant, you can hear like that grinding. So yeah, there's something definitely right, something wrong with that clutch inside. Wow guys, so I'm really surprised. This, I have a feeling the supercharger wasn't even working. I mean, it was working, but it wasn't engaging. So it wasn't giving me a boost. This thing right here is supposed to spin together with the pulley to the serpentine belt, but as you can see, it's loose in there, it's busted. It's not even working. Wow, and here's the new one. See, when you spin it, it spins with the pulley, nice and smooth. When I spin the pulley, the clutch inside spins. Over here, I spin the pulley, clutch ain't spinning. This car only has 18,000 miles. And also, one thing we noticed, these bolts to the supercharger were already removed by somebody. So I'm assuming this was already replaced, who knows, 8,000 to 10,000 miles. So I'm gonna have to try and call Beverly Hills, the dealer that was servicing this car, see if they have any records, if they repaired this parts before. So talked to Audi and they said no recall. It's not a safety recall, so they're not gonna do it, but yeah, I had to do it myself. Okay, so unfortunately that didn't fix the problem. Replaced the clutch and we put it back in, started the car, and it's still making that sound, actually even a little bit louder. So couldn't do nothing about it. So I took it to the dealer, took it to the Audi dealership. They told me, since I bought the part from them, they said they can look into it and see if there's something wrong with it, if it's damaged. So they took it apart and they said that when you replace this part, you have to actually give some power to the clutch so that it locks it in with the supercharger. Let me show you real quick. But anyway, so right here, let me take this cover off real quick again. Okay, like that. Okay, so see this connector right here? There's like a power connector right there. So that guy right there, when you replace this clutch, you have to remove the whole supercharger, and you replace the clutch, and then before you put the supercharger back into the car, what you gotta do, you gotta connect a computer into this connector, the power connector. And what it does, they were explaining to me, it locks the mechanism inside the clutch into the supercharger, and that way it doesn't grind. So that's why when we replaced the clutch, put a brand new clutch, it was grinding even louder because it was never engaged, it was never locked in. So that's why I had to take it to the dealership, get a new clutch because that one got damaged. They put a new clutch and then they properly gave power to that clutch to engage it, and then it wasn't making sound. So let me start there real quick. You guys can hear it. So as you guys heard it, it's not making that sound. It's now fully engaged. But yeah. So guys, if you plan on doing this project at home, you gotta make sure that you have that computer that connects to the supercharger clutch, and then that way, before you put the clutch back into the car with the supercharger, you have to give it power so that it locks it in. So kind of was kind of, you know, learning lesson for me, because the mechanic did not know himself either. He's never done this replacement on the car before, so it was new to him too. But with that, you know, bought two clutches. Bought one, that one went bad, then had to buy another one, and then, you know, pay the mechanic to redo the whole work. So actually the dealer did the work this time, and but yeah, now it's good. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys don't do the same mistake I did. Go take it straight to the dealer and make sure that they do it the proper way, unless you have a mechanic that has the proper tool and the computer that could lock that mechanism in. Hope you guys liked it. Hopefully this car doesn't give any more issues, because it's too expensive, man. Seriously. The beast is good to go. It's been running really good. All right guys, so that's it. Before we wrap up the video, let's go take it for a ride and kind of show you what kind of power it has. Safety first, guys. Buckle up. And let's, first thing we want to do is put it into our dynamic mode. So I hit car and then switch to dynamic. Bam. And last one is this traction off. Track off. That's it. So let's see what we got here. Okay. So sounds really good. It's not grinding. So that's good. I mean, honestly, I tested out in Audi A6. It was making that grinding sound too, but not as loud. So I don't know. It's just, I feel like this engine is just supposed to come with music. It's supposed to sound like that, you know? Who knows though? What I like about the supercharger is instant power. You hit it, and it goes. You gotta always brace for it. Get ready for it, you know? You know what we need? We need a little bit of like pavement so we can, like, you know, do a donut or two. I could probably do it better. It was a nice one. How was it the curve? As you guys know, I'm not like David Chernenko, the drift king, but I mean, I try. That guy, speaking of that guy, David, he's completely building that 350Z. He put like that little drift stick. He got like nice seats, some sweet wheels, lowered that thing. So hopefully in this summer we get to do some nice videos of him drifting that thing. That'll be it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next video.